Okay, we are live. Okay, fine.
Hey, VJ, we're
Hey,
live.
dude.
I was just looking at like each other. Okay, fine. Okay, all right, guys. Like, welcome
I see
to
Kelly and
Authentic.
I see VJ.
Welcome to Authentic Hustle show number 46. Welcome, everyone. Thanks
46.
for tuning in week after week. Thanks for chiming in with your lovely comments and questions. We try to do our best week after week. I wanted to, before even introducing the show, guys, I want to talk about a little thing that I never realized. So when I originally started Pathfinders, Kelly, I had no idea what I was doing. I was just getting into it for the fun of it. Then it got transformed into its own thing. We are shooting the 4th season. It's great.
Wow.
Similarly, when this year started, I was like, there are a few things and I wanted to achieve and I want to go from like here to here to there. There are a few things, but Authentic Hustle, we have said it in the show, it was never on the roadmap. I didn't plan for it. I think we started our first show was in February.
Yeah,
that's first right. week of this year. Never thought about it, never planned for it. So it has been an entire year. This is show number 46. and the other thing that I would expect is like I've known my own brother for like a good 32 years, and he's a December baby. Yeah. Only recently I know I have 2 more brothers who are also December babies. So none of that was planned for this year. So thank you guys, you co-hosts, for you made this year really special week after week, every Wednesday. I really look forward to it. I missed one show, but I was there for the rest, all 45. So I really enjoyed talking with you guys. So it means a lot to me. So thank you for an amazing 2025. I look forward to 2026. Just want to shout out for that.
You're welcome.
We were literally just talking about that, about how we look forward to Authentic Hustle every week. It's it's been amazing. It's been such a ride, like that none of us really planned for. And I think maybe that's like this is our last show of 2025. I'm thinking. No, we might. I don't know.
No, we could do Wednesday.
We haven't decided yet. We might do one on the 31st. I got stuff going on the 31st, so maybe we will do a 31st show. But we won't be doing one on the Christmas week, so the week of the next week.
Next week.
But I think we'll be back for the 31st. I got other stuff that day, so if you guys are up for it, I'm up for it. But
I'm around.
I never planned for this show. I had an idea that I wanted to do something live. I wanted to do something with you guys. And it just happened. And it's like, it's one of those just like awesome things that has happened and worked out and just been such a fun ride. I know it's like 30 minutes, but it's 30 minutes that, I will make the time for every opportunity I can.
Okay. Well, here's an idea. What did you said that's on the 31st? Is that right?
Yeah. 31st is 2 Wednesdays from now.
Okay. So I'm good for it. Why don't we do this? And I know VJ, one goal you had all year is you would have loved to have a topic ahead of time. I'm going to give you a topic right now. You have 2 weeks to get ready for it. And it is ending the year right, not just strong.
Love it.
And not just strong. Okay. And there's a little prelude. It's everyone talks about finishing strong. What if the real win is finishing aligned, right? Or where you're supposed to be.
Love it.
Ending the year right, not just strong. Okay.
Yep. You got 2 weeks.
There you go. We've penciled it in. We actually have a topic ahead of time for once. Amazing. No, it's this show has evolved too. Like, why don't we take a little bit of time chatting about the last year, right? Where this is episode 46. We will be crossing, I believe, 52 would be our full year. We'll be crossing 52 before the end of January, guys.
6 more weeks.
Yeah. Like it's absolutely insane. And we've done it. We've showed up every single week. We haven't missed 1 week. There isn't one missed week of Authentic Hustle in all of 2025 since we started, which I'm super proud of. I'm really proud of that. We've done a really great job. And it's evolved so much, like throughout the show, right? It's like it's constantly evolving to what's next. And we've tried everything. We've tried the roulette wheel. We've tried pre-planning episodes. We've tried just, coming to it and just having authentic conversations. Although I would say, if I had to say, we're on the right path now. I think showing up and just kind of chatting about generally what's going on in our worlds and what we're observing around us and just having a candid conversation about it does seem to be resonating with our listeners.
Yeah, it's candid camera. Right, here we are. Let's roll.
Yeah. Like I would say, if I had to say the moment that our show really started to take off, it was about 3 or 4 weeks ago, really, where we started to see massive engagement on YouTube for the very first time, which was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Vijay,
like,
how
I
are
think
you
we have
feeling
crossed
about it?
over. No, I think we have crossed over 60,000 views. The last time I checked, I could be wrong,
Oh,
but like it's more than that.
We're closer to 100,000 now.
Wow, there we go. So I think week after week we are showing up, and I'm seeing like more people chiming in with their comments. So thank you. So anyone tuning in, listening to it, and giving your like even few seconds or minutes to the show, because it means a lot. It means that you value us, you value your opinion, we value your thoughts. So it means a lot to us. So thanks to everyone who watched the show and those views, the 100,000 views that we are talking about. So it wouldn't have been possible without any of you watching the show. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks very much, because without that, the three of us already know we like each other. So thank you.
Yeah, no, it's super cool. We love engaging with you. So if you guys are watching live on LinkedIn, please do hit the comments. Keep in with the conversation. If something resonates with you, let us know. It really allows us to kind of feel you guys out there, and that's really cool. Like it's neat to do a podcast. We've been doing podcasts for a long time. The cool thing about the live is that we actually get to see it in real time. We get to see your reactions in real time. So as you catch these lives, if you're here, drop us a message, drop us a comment on YouTube, drop us a comment on LinkedIn. We appreciate it greatly.
Yeah, something about that is, you guys host podcast. I do not yet. I'll put a yet in there. Soon to come. I'm coming back. I'm going to do it. Do you think part of it, Kelly, like you've done 301? Is that what you're at on BDP? How many have you done?
Sorry, guys. I was muted because I was opening the LinkedIn. And when I open LinkedIn, it like blasts. So I'm like, I don't want to scare all the listeners. Yeah, we are. We're actually at 299 this morning.
Okay.
We roll over 300 on Sunday, and me and you have a very special episode coming for 301 next Wednesday.
So when you think about it, like you were saying, we've done this. Each one Pathfinders. You've done how many? I think what it does, like even this one for me every Wednesday, it's accountability, right? It's a or maybe better yet, non-negotiable. I like that term, right? It's a non-negotiable. We are going to do this with the exception of, I'm in Honolulu or something and the time change or something. Even then I could, because it's not that far apart. But I think it really has strengthened each one of ours accountability to ourselves and to each other, right? That we have to show up. Right. It's a non-negotiable. And I think going into 2026, I think like I tried to come up with a phrase or a word for the year, and I couldn't until right this moment. I think it's going to be non-negotiable. Right. I'm going to write some non-negotiables for 2026. Yeah. And that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I think we all have to have non-negotiables in our life. We have to commit to something, because if you don't commit to something, you'll go all over the place. You'll take every opportunity that comes, and really nothing will get done. Like the power is in longevity in almost everything in life, right? Longevity in marriage brings power. Longevity in business brings power. Longevity in podcasting brings power. Yeah. Everything you want is on the other side of longevity.
True. Right. It's staying power. And I do remember when we started, we said we would do 10, right? We would try to get to 10.
We committed to 10.
and then make a decision from there.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
What
Colin?
Yep. Sorry.
Sorry,
I just want to go back to that, because I remember hitting 10 and just being like, guys, this is awesome. Let's keep going. And it doesn't even feel like that long ago. And I feel like, Colin, that's something that like we talked about is like this year, 2025. And I don't know how you feel about it, VJ, but 2025 has felt like the fastest year in my life ever.
Yeah. It feels like it's just New Year right now. We went to the church for Christmas, and like it's already like Christmas is there next week. So we couldn't believe how fast this year went.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Authentic Hustle just made it a little more easier, I think.
Yeah, I think it did too, right? It gives us, I was telling Kelly earlier, I've always said, and everyone knows me for it, I said, I enjoy every day that ends in Y, right? Yeah. But that's every day, right? But more so, like I enjoy Wednesdays. One, because Kelly's podcast comes out and I click on it at 5 a.m. and that's a highlight. And Wednesday is the Authentic Hustle. And then Sunday, his other podcast comes out. Right? So for me, those are things I look forward to. I look forward to some other stuff, not just Kelly, but I do look forward to that. But just having that ability of something when you wake up to do, right, is amazing. And that's, I think, what carries you through the year faster, right? Because it isn't faster, right? There's only so many hours in the day and they take that long. And
Yeah.
there's only so many hours in the week, in the month, and the year. But how we get there, the path, right? The pathfinder, BJ, it's right. It's how we get there that makes it feel either really, really slow or horrible, or really fast and enjoyable. So what were you going to say, VJ?
No, I was going to say two things actually. Since you brought Pathfinders, I just brought up some recent conversation. Actually, I mean, when you sit down for a person and we're actually going through that person's journey, actually the way they open up and then share their story, it's phenomenal. It's actually not even the business, and it's a human endeavor actually that like it's not seen enough. So that's something I wanted to register personally for the person. And like give a shout out to the business and tag all of that part is great, but actually the real emotion comes out. I bring back that as also to authentic hustle, because that's a huge part of us, right? Because we are three different people coming together and we share our stories and journeys and experiences, and yeah, some more my own like dumb opinions like comes time after time. But I'm saying I think it's so fascinating to watch that come out and play out well, and we make clips and whatnot. And one other thing I wanted to ask you, Colin, is like recently I was watching this podcast of Mel Robbins. I know you're a huge Mel Robbins guy, Mel Robbins fan. I think she's amazing. 10 years ago, I listened to her full audiobook. It was called The 5 Second Rule, I think. And I was in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania at the time. And yeah, it made an impact. I heard it. I spent 12, 15 hours listening to the entire audiobook, and it was amazing. So now I'm listening to one of our other book, which is called How to Take Control of Your Life. I think that's a book. That's a book I'm listening to. It's amazing. Then I also watched the podcast with Mel Robbins and Jay Shetty. Phenomenal. I'll give a shout out.
I just did. Yeah.
You did? Like it's a phenomenal podcast, actually. I love Jay Shetty, and Mel Robbins is fantastic. So if I think that's a Christmas, if anyone hasn't watched, I'll post it on LinkedIn. People should go watch it. So I was going to ask you, Colin, was like one of the book is like Let Them, right? I think she's written a book. Yeah, you were talking about it very recently. Can you share the idea of Let Them? Sure. I was going to ask you what it is before I finish. I want to finish that book before I get to Let Them, but I wanted to hear it first time from you.
Yeah, it's pretty funny because I was talking to Kelly about it this morning, how I just ordered 10 of them and just for giveaways. I like it that much. So the premise of it is, no matter what situation we're going through, it doesn't matter if it's friends, family, business, something happened to you on the street, you had an interaction at the Safeway store, doesn't matter. Why are we letting that affect us, right? Why are we letting that shape our next minute, our next hour, our next day? So the whole premise is when something happens and you go, why the heck are they doing that? Let them, right? Let it go. Like just let them be that person, right? If somebody's in a room coming up on Christmas and you're like, oh, here comes Uncle Ned, right? Hopefully nobody has an Uncle Ned. They probably do. Here comes Uncle so-and-so, and he's always going to do this, and it turns into a fight or a weird comment. Just let them, right? And then let me, right? Let me be that person, right? Just let me, right? And as you go through it, it really transformed my life. I was telling Kelly this morning, like it really did. It allowed me. It's like when they say, forgiving somebody may not change the situation, but it frees you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
right?
Like forgiveness is about you, not them.
It's about you. It's not about them. And you're moving on. That's the thing that I can do. And I've used it in work when I don't know if somebody's in a bad mood or what happened to them right before, or who knows what. Maybe they had a bad dream. I don't know. And I don't want to go down that path. Let them. But I'm not going to let it dictate how my day goes. Or I have a customer that something's gone wrong and we're just not getting along. It's not working. There's no right answers at that current moment. Let them. Right. So Mel Robbins had a guy on this past week. I was listening to it, a lot of windshield time, and he was not wrongly accused. He was charged with armed robbery in Florida, I believe, when he was 19, and he just spent 21 years in jail, something like that.
Wow.
Came out, I guess he's a keynote speaker now, like he's transformed himself in there. And he was talking to Mel and he says, well, Mel, I've got a different view on Let Them. And she's like, well, what is it? And he says the word, but I won't. He says, F them. So he says, if I'm up against that situation, he goes, I just learned it, like, F it, right? Who cares? F it, right?
Right.
And it was the same idea. It's just let it go, right? Let people be people. Let people live in their space. We don't have to live in their space. So VJ, if you want, I've got your address. I'm going to send you one. Kelly, do you like audiobook or real book?
You know what? I'm an audiobook guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll try to figure out how to send you an audiobook. I think I can.
Sure.
VJ, real book or audiobook?
I want to build a library. So if you're going to send it, it'll be
I'm gonna send
I'll
you a
read
hard
it and
copy.
it'll be on the library. So whatever.
Yeah, I'll send you a hard copy. And you know what? You will not regret it, because there's not many days when I don't think about it.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, it's an interesting idea, but it doesn't feel like it feels more about people than it does about a situation. Like, I'll be honest, if I was like wrongfully accused and thrown into jail, I would be doing everything possible not 100%. To let them.
Yeah.
If somebody comes into my house at Christmas time to take my stuff, I'm not going to let them. So I feel like there's situations.
Yeah.
I think we have to preface that this is about how people are showing up in your life, not necessarily situations.
It's really about people. It is. It's not like buddy has your keys and he's stealing your car and you're like, F it.
Just let him.
F it.
Right.
Just take it. No. It really is. I should have said that. It's about people. And it's how she really digs into how somebody can, you can allow somebody to ruin your life for years and years and years. She used an example, which I love. She said her son was graduating high school. And in the US, obviously, it's senior prom or whatever.
Yeah.
And she had all these plans. And the son comes in and says, we're going to like In-N-Out Burger. And she's like, no, we're not. We're going to this fancy restaurant. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. And finally, her husband said, let them. This is their day. Let them.
Yeah.
No matter what you had planned, like, just get over it. And she said it took her a bit, took her back. And then she said, yeah, it's right. And then I thought about it, like, why are we fighting with people? Why are we fighting with, other humans or ourselves over something like that? Let them. Who cares? Right? Like, and it's been really freeing. So I'll send you guys Kelly audiobook, VJ real book.
Well, you know what? That's fine. If you got real books, I'll take a real book. I also have a library behind me, as you can tell. I will get around to it one day. Yeah. You know what? I have such like a love-hate relationship with reading. I do appreciate every book I read, but I think I find that just for me, I'm always doing 6 other things. So I prefer doing like audiobooks just because I'm out shoveling, audiobook. I'm mowing the lawn, audiobook. I'm working on something, audiobook. Like, although I have to preface and say, I'm not as good of a multitasker as I once used to think I was.
Well, you know what, Kelly, it's a good point you make there. And one thing I've been doing is my wife's really challenged me to put my phone down.
Yeah.
Right. And actually be present. and I'm like, well, I don't like Hallmark.
Your wife is doing that too?
Yeah. And I'm like, I said it's
Mine
really
too.
hard because I don't like Hallmark movies. So I'd rather be on my phone. But to be truthful, I still will download the audiobook just because I have so much windshield time. I'm at the gym. I'm not going to read a book at the gym. I see people doing that and I'm like, don't. But it's okay. Let them.
Yeah.
Colin, get over it. Let them.
Well, no, I guess maybe what I'm suggesting is I used to tell myself that I could do work and listen to like an audiobook or like a podcast or something like that.
Yeah.
And what I've actually realized is I really suck at that.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
But if I'm mowing the lawn or driving, absolutely. But
the reason the multitasking, I've been reading a bit or listening a bit about that too, is why it's not effective is we can't do 2 things at one time and be effective at both.
Yeah, so like we can't pay attention truly to 2 things at once.
Right. And we're probably missing the nuggets because we're doing, you're writing something or you're on your computer and you think you're hearing it, but are you?
Yeah.
Right. So that's what I've been trying to do. So I still have the audio. I think I have every 1-in-1. I have an audiobook and the hard copy for a lot.
Yeah.
Just so I can go back to it. But I don't want to go, at 357 on my audiobook, it said this and I'm going to go back to it. I can go back to my book. I can circle it. I can read it. The other part is like over the holidays, and I'm taking some, I want to sit down and just read.
Yeah.
Right? I want to drink my
Right.
coffee. I want to read, and I'm going to circle and I'm going to make notes and go back to it. And I think I'm going to go back. Like I have a pretty decent library, but since the inception of audiobooks, it's certainly got less. But now, like my wife says, why is there 10 Mel Robbins books here? I'm like, let me.
Yeah. I'm changing the world.
I'm changing the world one Mel at a time.
One Mel at a time.
So Mel Robbins, if you're listening to this, I am a raving fan.
And he's coming to see you.
And I'm going to see her in Vancouver. So
One thing that really stood out from the conversation, Mel Robbins conversation, but with Jay Shetty was like, I mean, I'm always like give the benefit of the doubt to the other person kind of guy, because like you might be doing 100 things, the other person might be doing 10,000 things. You never know. But something that Jay Shetty was talking about to Mel was about how we measure our actions, like how we measure people. So we measure ourselves with intention, with intent, but we measure others with their actions. That's very harmful, actually, because like, oh, fine, that person did this, but but they still might have had the best of intentions, right? Because but when we comes to us, like we always measure ourselves with oh, we have the greatest intention, we have the best intention, but when we are measuring others, we are measuring their actions only. I think that was a switch in terms of like how we treat people, in terms of like how we process things. So I don't know. This person did not give me a shout out. They might have had a million things going on in their life. They didn't have the time to do that shout. I mean, I'm just giving a rough example.
No, it's a good example.
But I think it takes away. I mean, if anyone is battling relationship, business, or like personal or whatever, I think letting them, of course, but then also like measuring their actions with their original intentions might take the relationship even forward and make it even nurture the relationship better. So that's something I'm definitely processing and still thinking about it from that conversation. I love that piece. So I wanted to share that.
I think that's critical.
Oh.
Sorry, Colin. I
No,
think that's critical in business as well, right? You always have to show up and give people the benefit of the doubt because you don't know what's going on. And every one of us is a person first, a business person second, no matter what we do in life. And so you don't know what's going on in people's lives. And you have to remember that, like whether you're having a struggle with an employee or whether there's a client, like you said earlier, Colin, maybe just not going to plan, or maybe just like you said, you didn't get the shout out you thought you were going to get. You have to remember that you don't know what's really going on in people's lives for like pretty much everyone, you know, right? Like it's like people show up how they show up. Unless you're really close with them, you probably don't have the backstory as to what's going on. And even if you're close to them, there's things that people will not share with you because it's too personal, it's too challenging, and they're just not ready. And so if you show up to every relationship, every situation, and give people the benefit of the doubt, I've found that you'll be surprised. You know, I take that approach with pretty much everything I do.
Yeah. My wife talks about it a lot too, is, you know, say you go into a grocery store or somewhere, a post office. She used this one the other day. She went into Canada Post and she just said to me, this is how it was. She goes, you know, that lady. And I'm like, oh, I know that lady. Yeah, I know that one.
That one.
And and so I described the person and she goes, yeah, she's still there. And she said it was a horrific experience. Just like even trying to say hello, to all she needed, I think, was she was asking how many stamps do I have to put on this letter to get it somewhere, or would it be easier to courier? And so when she left, but she did come back and she said, you know what, like we have no idea like what is going on. Like she's still working, right? I think she was, from best, you know, what we can tell, she's 70, right? She's still working. Maybe she wants to work to get her away from the house. Maybe she has to work. We don't know. Sure. The key thing is we don't know, right? So why let it affect our lives? Like go in, get the stamp, go home. And you know, the fact even her and I were talking about it, right, is whatever. We talked about it, but let's not talk about it for an hour. Let's talk about it for a second. And you know what? Let them be that person, right? Or I've heard it better said, somebody was on a subway and this guy was on there late at night with his kids. His kids were running back and forth and he wasn't stopping them. And this went on for the whole trip, like half an hour or whatever it was. Kids were rambunctious. And there was somebody else with him. And then finally, this guy had enough of these kids. And he went over there to the other person and said, can you control those kids? And the guy looked, he said, sorry, my wife just passed away. We just left the hospital and we're headed home. Right? He goes, I'm sorry. And then he said something to his kids. And you know what? I've always thought about it right? Whether that's just a story, I'm sure it's happened. That's what we're facing.
Yeah.
Right. We don't know the person standing behind you. And another thing I just heard was next time you're at the grocery store or at a Costco or at a Walmart or whatever, this is a challenge to you because I took the challenge. Don't pull your phone out of your pocket and scroll the entire time you're in the store. Because they said if somebody died, this is how they said, if somebody died, they're still dead. Right? They'll still be dead when you come out of the store, no matter what it is. And it says you will quickly start to notice things you've blatantly missed since the inception of, since we've had a handheld in our phone and social media. It says, like, no matter who's on Facebook or whatever it is, do you really have to see it on LinkedIn? It says, even if it's 20 minutes and it said, watch how you have withdrawal. So I did it in Costco the other night.
Yeah.
Fastest Costco trip ever.
You got bored in Costco?
Right.
What's that?
How did you get bored in Costco?
I was fast.
It's
I'm
like the greatest place on earth until you hit the line.
Well, and then it's like this.
Oh no. Well, that's why, because you're in an 8-hour line with no phone.
But if you think about it, if you go back, how present were we before compared to now? Right? Because I find myself going, just move. And then I look, someone's on their phone, right? Yeah. Well, guess what? The guy behind me is probably saying the same thing right? to me.
It's called the new normal.
I know, but it shouldn't be. So same thing as me putting my phone down to read my book and actually read it, or to actually watch the show or the movie we're watching.
Yeah.
Right? Like why are we doing this to ourselves?
Yeah, I don't know. It feels like progress, but maybe it's not.
Well, and that's the thing, right? Like multitasking. Yeah. They all came out with it. Everybody should learn how to multitask. And then they said, okay, that was a bad idea. Maybe you shouldn't. Right?
Yeah.
Prioritize, right? Maybe prioritize. So I think as we'll talk more in the show at the end of the month, going into the next year. But for me, those are a couple of things I'm already trying to work on, right? And will I nail it? Hopefully a lot of it. But that will make me a different person in the new year for sure. To myself, anyway.
Yes. Will we be seeing the Blue Sky Method in 2026?
You will. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you've heard it here. And I'm accountable now to you guys and to our one listener, if we have one.
Yeah. All 0.5 of them.
It's going to happen.
Amazing. Yes, I feel like I've been looking forward to that show for 2 years.
You have. I've been casting the vision of the blue sky. That's all.
You have. You have. Like, you should probably have like 100 episodes in the bank already, ready to go.
The only problem, Colin, I mean, I was going to talk about it. The only problem with the Blue Sky Method is, like, you're an amazing conversationalist. I look forward to the stories you bring. I look forward to the angle you bring every single time, and different interesting scenarios that you bring. So I think the podcast is going to be 2, 3, 4 hours long. With that could be a problem.
Be like VJ Rogan.
Yeah. It'll just have to be released in parts. Every episode will be a 4-parter.
That's right. I'll try to condense that. Right?
I was going to say, you know what? One of my favorite shows is Astonishing Legends. And their episodes in some cases are like 2.5 hours long, and they're 2 parts. So it's like 5 hours for a full.
Yeah.
And you know what? Wow. I put it on and I listened to the whole damn thing. Yeah. So you know what? It works. You want a Rogan, you Rogan.
Yeah. We'll see. It's definitely once I have some guests on there, we'll see how that goes. So.
All right.
Anyway,
well, VJ, you kicked us off. Why don't you close us out?
Yeah, I mean, I could keep speaking for another 2 hours, but that's the nature of it. I think we are like podcasts are to be podcasters. So anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for, if you hope you found it valuable. We couldn't do it without you. Thank you so much again. We look forward to doing probably one more show if you are around this year.
31st.
But
31st.
So look for 47 the show, maybe ending this year. So thank you so much. Bye.
All right. Hustlers
Later,
out.
Hustlers.